Well, good morning, everybody. We're going to try something a little bit different today. We're going to be doing a live screening of the TRACKDOWN episode, a Western from 1958, in which Trump appears by name. Now, many of you have already seen this episode, but we're going to break it down today in a way that you've never seen it broken down before, because there's much, much more to this TRACKDOWN episode than meets the eye. Now, I might get hit with a copyright on this. I'm not sure what the copyright rules are on a Western from 1958. There shouldn't be many. We are covering this under fair use, so I'll be adding commentary. So it's supposed to be legal to do that. But unfortunately, it may get hit with a copyright, and that's okay. Fridays will be kind of our experimental day where we try things like this. Really, the best way to decode these films and episodes is to all watch it together and have kind of an open dialogue about it. But unfortunately, the copyright rules don't allow for that. Now, let's break down this episode. And as you can see, it literally released on the eve of Trump's mother's 46th birthday. Here she is right here. Birthday, May 10th. It released on the eve of Trump's mother's birthday. The episode's called The End of the World. Now, Trump was born in 1946. So this episode airing on her 46th birthday is important. Now, Trump was 11 years old when the episode aired. So even though Trump was too young to know about the future, obviously, maybe his bloodline already knew his role. Now, we had done a lot of work on Mary Ann McLeod Trump, his mother, and aspects of her life and where she was born near the standing stones of Callanish, which are pretty much a known time travel portal or portal for demonic possession. She was born just 14 miles from the standing stones of Callanish, which were then later depicted in the TV series Outlander as the time travel portal during the festival of Samhain. Now, here's the other weird part. So, 1958, Scotland, where she was born, falls on the 58th north latitude. And everything about Trump would hinge on the number 58, wouldn't it? He even numbered his tower. The Trump Tower with both 58 and 66 floors. Technically, it has 58 stories, but the penthouse is numbered to the 66th floor. Now, why is this important, 58 and 66? Well, this signified a future presidency that he would win before anybody knew he would win it. Trump would go on to win the presidency 58 and 66 years after 1958. So this 58 number is very important because the Trump Tower numbers match the future 33 years before he would win his first term. Now, what a lot of people also do not know is that 2016, when he won his first term, is the 58th presidential quadrennial election. That was the first time he won. He then won on the 66th presidential quadrennial election. So there's something to this. Here it is right here. 58th United States presidential inauguration. Now, this is different than the 45th and 47th presidents. It's a different measure. Okay, so don't get confused on that. Now, these are all absolutely more than just coincidences, and we haven't even got into the episode yet. Now, here's the crazy thing. When this episode aired, this was exactly the date, or the eve of the date, that was depicted in the Quantum Leap episode. May 10th, 1958, the Quantum Leap episode in which Trump appeared with his father, this time, in the back of a taxi cab. He was 11 years old. Let's try to pull that up before we get into this. Quantum Leap. I think it's called It's a Wonderful Leap, if I can remember. And date set May 10th. That's Trump's mother's birthday. 1958. And Trump is in the back of a cab. Here it is right here. It's a Wonderful Leap. So there's something to this. This date set is the day that this TRACKDOWN episode came out, in which a man named Trump appears. Now, let me check in with you and we'll get into this episode. I've got it pulled up on archive.org. Again, this might get hit with a copyright. We're going to just go for it because this is huge. Let's get started. So right off the bat, we've got the crescent moon, broken arrow, right? What is the broken arrow? It means a missing nuclear bomb, right? There's a target. Let's keep watching here.
Dear friends, come forward, friends. Step forward.
Now this man is Trump, and here's his covered wagon, and he's going to talk about the end of the world, and he's going to build a wall. He's also going to sell umbrellas, which I believe are synonymous with the syringe, the needles filled with a black goo.
I bring you a message few of you will be able to believe, a message of great importance, a message I alone was able to read in the fires of the universe. But be not afraid, my friends. I also bring you the means with which to save yourselves.
Save us from what?
From the end of the world, friend. Which I don't expect you to believe. But the rest of you, those who want to be alive tomorrow morning, I will tell you tonight. Remember that. Bring your friends here. I'll tell you tonight so that you will be able to prepare.
What are you selling, mister? Snake oil?
The world will come to a flaming end at midnight tonight. Without my help and knowledge, every one of you will be dead.
So fear, fear, fear. Of course, we got a lot of that with Trump. They'll say his name in a minute, but we're going to watch this all the way through. It's only 22 minutes and 58 seconds long. So he does a little MAGA magic trick, of course, right?
He's gone.
Gulf of Mexico. Now it's, of course, Gulf of America.
TRACKDOWN. Starring Robert Comet.
You ought to keep riding, mister. Why? Just order, that's all. Comes midnight tonight, this whole town's gonna be dust.
All right, let's check, make sure, let's see what's going on so far. Usually there'll be some kind of okay, looks like we're good so far. No copyright notices. I didn't get thrown off yet. Let's keep going, you guys.
Nothing but rocks and dust. Go ahead and laugh. Everybody else is. Everybody.
Morning.
Cup of coffee, please.
Right away.
There you are. Anything else?
Thank you.
Staying long?
Well, no, I just riding through.
Law?
Yeah. Tell me something. What's going on in this town anyway? Did your mayor die or what?
World's coming to an end.
How's that?
Midnight tonight, the whole caboodle's gonna burn up.
Where'd you get that?
Now, this is very prescient, right? Because Trump is instructing the commanders to tell the soldiers and military personnel that them being in Iran is all about the end of the world, right? Armageddon. So this is a new development in relation to this episode. Let's keep watching.
Fellow back there.
With the one with the hat on?
Mm-mm. Other one.
He says the world is going to come to an end.
Midnight tonight.
Where's he from?
Drove in this morning. Wagon out front.
Got a name?
Trump.
I bet it fits. Everybody in town know him?
Mm-mm.
But they're all willing to believe what he says.
Well, they're not going to stop up their ears. He's supposed to give us the whole story tonight.
Now, did you notice how he said the name fits? Because it has all been predictively programmed all the way back in 1958.
Well, I don't believe I'll wait till then. Excuse me.
The folks back there think differently.
Well, do they know what's going to happen?
Oh, some of them, they've been told.
Yes, sir. Good morning. Mike.
Well, we got a ranger with us. How are you? I'm Sheriff Farrell.
Obi Gilman.
Something special bring you down here?
I'm on my way back to Porter.
Oh, I heard they sent for somebody. Too bad about the sheriff down there.
Oh, something happened to him?
He died.
Oh, would you care to join us, Mr. Gilman?
Yeah, that's right. Thank you.
Planning to remain in town for long?
Well, I understand I have until midnight.
And you've heard.
Yeah, I heard. Your name is Trump?
Dr. Walter Trump, D-U-M-C-S-S-R.
Oh, that's a whole bunch of letters.
Just a few of the degrees that have been conferred on me.
Would you mind running through them again for me?
D-U is Doctor of Universe. M-C, Master of Cometry. S-S-R, Student of Stellar Reactions.
SSR, that could be like Russia.
Why do you figure that the world is going to end?
Well, that's really quite simple. According to my calculations, tonight, November 14th, the Earth will either collide with or come into close proximity to a comet.
Whoa. Okay, so November 14th, that's very near the new fire ceremony. Remember, we looked at the date range of when that's going to happen in 2027 when the Pleiades are highest in the zenith. That's going to happen next year between the 5th of November and November 18th, I think was the window. So 14th comes, falls right into that. And the new fire ceremony is about fire. All of the flames in the kingdom are put out. They then relight the fire from the sacrifice of a single victim on the top of a mountain. We've been over this a million times. And now this is all starting to fit in. The end of the world, 11/14. Now let's look up the date, November 14th, see what day of the year it falls on, because that might be significant. Whoa, 47 days left in the year. That's Trump's second presidency. So that could be significant. Let's keep watching here. What the?
In any event, the outcome will be disaster. A cosmic explosion will end all. But the end may come by other means.
Now, how do you see it?
By means of this. Uncounted millions of these. This is a meteorite. Iron ore from out of space. They will rain on the earth like pepper on an egg. Each one red hot, traveling at speeds in excess of millions of miles an hour. Molded by their passage into unstoppable bullets.
But you can stop them, huh?
I can, sir. And I will. See, they are drawn to the earth by a force that we call gravity. I have discovered how to repel that force. By doing that, I can save this town.
Well, how?
By means of a force repeller.
You sell these force repellers?
You have a very suspicious mind, sir.
All right, Sheriff. How long are you going to put up with this?
What do you mean?
How long are you going to let this con man walk around town?
Be careful, son. I can sue you.
How about it, Sheriff? When are you going to put the lid on?
So Trump sues everybody. Another confirmation.
What for?
Well, stealing is stealing, whether you do it with a gun or a mouthful of mealy words.
I don't intend to sit here and be insulted, Sheriff. If your people don't want my help, I can go elsewhere.
Now, wait a minute, Mr. Trump. You don't talk for the rest of us. Can you prove he's wrong?
Well, no, not right now, but if you give me some time.
Well, that's something we don't have very much of.
According to him.
Yeah, well, let me tell you something. Right now, it's a lot safer to go his way than it is yours.
Well, how did you get to be sheriff?
Look, this is not a suggestion. It's an order. Move on.
Hobie didn't know what Trump's pitch was going to be. He was sure of one thing. It was going to cost the people of Talpa. Since the sheriff wouldn't stop Trump, Hobie had to find somebody who would. Sheriff...
Okay, so it's the city of Talpa. Let's look that up. I just want to make sure we do this justice. Meaning. Moles, or an aviation safety tool. Takeoff and landing performance assessment. Or it's a mole. European mole, a Talpa. Whoa, like Trump's a mole, maybe? Huh. Let me check in with you guys and we'll keep watching this. What do you guys think so far? All right. Oh my gosh. Okay, let's keep watching.
Chet Farrow was the gun law in Talpa, and Judge Clement was the book law. It was to the judge that Ranger Gilman now turned.
Yes. Judge Clement?
That's right.
My name is Hobie Gilman. I'd like to talk to you.
Oh, come on in. Sit down. Can I get you anything?
No, thank you, sir.
You hear about Trump?
Yes, sir. What are you going to do about him?
What do you want me to do?
Stop him
From what?
from taking the town.
Can you prove that that's what he has in mind?
Well, it's obvious.
But can you prove it? In order to arrest him, the sheriff has to have a charge. And Trump hasn't given him a thing to go on.
What side are you on?
The law? Oh, I know how you feel. Maybe I agree with you. But the law is the law. It's got to be kept.
What if I take him?
On what charge?
Fraud.
Don't you see, he's not exactly guilty of fraud.
Well, what about the meteors and the comet and all whatnot?
You might not like it, Mr. Gilman, but he's right. There could be a meteor rain tonight. The leonids are due.
The what?
The leonids. It's a shower of meteors. There's a book about it around here someplace if you want to look at it.
No, thank you, sir. I'll take your word for it.
Look here, son. I live here. I know these people pretty well. And right...
Whoa, okay. Leonids. You ready for this? Holy smokes. So, Trump's mother's maiden name is McLeod, and the root word of McLeod is Leo. Leod. And the whole island was named after this. Leodis. What the heck? So, we have the Leonid connection now. Wow. Leodis is the Isle of Lewis. The root word of the name Lewis is Leodis. That's how it's spelled in the Gaelic. Well, let's keep watching. See, there's a lot more connections than what's been covered. This goes very deep, you guys. Let's keep watching.
Now, there's nothing in the world could change their minds. And anybody who tries to could end up getting hurt. They're not going to listen.
Well, what if he starts a panic? It could happen.
Well, sure. You might as well try to spit out a forest fire.
Well, there's got to be some way to stop him.
Well, if there is, I don't know it. It's a funny thing.
Sir?
When we were kids, we were all afraid of the dark. And we grew up, and we weren't afraid anymore, but it's funny how a big lie can make us all kids again. Hobie had checked the town. The people were ready to believe. Like sheep, they ran toward the slaughterhouse. And waiting for them was the high priest of fraud.
I am the only one. Just me. I can build a wall around your homes that nothing will penetrate.
He can build a wall that Trump built the wall. Let's keep watching.
What do we do? How do we save ourselves?
You ask, how do you build that wall? You ask, and I'm here to tell you. This is your saving. This is your wall.
You mean that thing is going to save a whole town?
Don't laugh, friend. Please don't laugh. It's the markings. It's the magnetic force that is called up by these markings.
The mark, the syringe, the vaccines that he made. He built the wall and he made the vaccines with warp speed.
That will care for your loved ones.
How about our cattle? You got something for them?
They have not been forgotten.
By the way, and this kind of relates to this as well, they just announced a new vaccine injury code. The CDC is now going to do this. And there are people out there now able to document the injury. It's an autoimmune condition, which is what we were saying even before this hit the market. We were talking about autoimmunity before it was even made. You can go right back on this channel. We were trying to warn people before the vaccine ever hit the market that this was a possibility. And now it's been confirmed as the CDC now offers a new code to classify injuries. Now, this is too late for many people, unfortunately, that think everything is just a conspiracy. But we did our job here. Let's keep watching.
This is a very rare metal, friends. Mined by ancient Indian women in the heights of the Andes Mountains. It's in Peru, South America. Then it's taken to the secret smelters of old Montezuma, where it's refined and compounded until it becomes magnetium, the embryonic source of the universe. The force repeller is for you, and this little disc, by its mere presence, will care for your animals.
How can we get one of those?
I understand your anxiety, my friend. The thought of death falling from above is not a pleasant one.
You're a liar, Trump. There's not going to be any rain of fire.
Can you deny the meteorites will come? Can you deny the comet?
Well, it's not going to happen the way you say it is.
If it were not for my magnetium, friends, those meteorites would be bombarding us this very instant. Look! Look up there! You can see them!
Wow, now he talks about a new element. So Trump makes a new element called magnetium. So we'll see if that actually happens. It hasn't happened yet.
By the billions, you can see them.
There, I saw one.
There's another one. They're all over the place. Man, it's a fake. There's nothing up there. You're seeing what you want to see. There's nothing up there.
One moment. I hope to convince you without this. That man now has made it impossible. This is no longer under my protection. It was my plan to give you the force repellers free. But now that one of you has doubted me, there will be a charge.
How much, Mr. Trump?
So remember, here's another synchronicity. Remember, the vaccines were free. And then they started like charging for them later.
Trump, $50 apiece.
Mister, he ain't one of us. We don't even know him. Please.
It's a lot of money, Trump.
Now remember, they crucified anyone who tried to stand up and say, hey, we better take another look at this. This shouldn't be mandatory. This could hurt people. We were crucified, weren't we? And so here's what they did. They threw the sheriff under the bus They're like, we're not on, we don't know who this guy is. Give it to us, out of fear.
Go up with every word.
Well, where are your meters?
They will come.
Well, maybe you're right, but we could die of old age standing around waiting for them.
$75.
Why don't you keep your mouth shut, mister? Nothing is going to happen. The man is a fake, a phony. Can't you see that? He hasn't got any control of meteorites or anything else.
So from $50 to $75. And obviously this character Trump is using parlor tricks, essentially, to convince the world. He's using magic tricks. So some of you had asked me, hey, Casey, what about this giant fireball over the Ohio Valley last week? That could have been a parlor trick to scare everybody, a precursor to a much bigger and wider event. It's interesting because since this episode has been decoded, Trump is now talking about a golden dome. I wonder if that will become the wall he's talking about to shield America from this end of the world event, right?
I don't have very many, folks, and they're $75 each.
Don't waste your money. It's a fake. Can't you see that?
Remember, 75, the opposite of that is 57. So that's the 5G.
Haven't you said enough already, mister? Now get out of here before somebody kills you. Here, give me one of those.
The price was high. For many of the people of the town, it was out of all reason. And so they tried to find another way. Pieces of silver and furniture carried from homes in the East were uncovered. Vessels of family pride were polished to be offered in exchange for the forced rebelling.
Take it easy, folks.
Mister, I ain't got the money. Will you take this? It's worth more than 75.
No, just hard cash. That junk's no good to me. There you go.
Please, mister, please.
No, sir, you get the hard cash, you get the force repellent. Get out of the way, would you, son? There you go.
So, only hard cash. Trump just had his signature added to the money. Trump's signature on money. This is unbelievable. He's adding this to the dollar and all the other notes. And the gold and silver that the guy brought to try to get his force repeller, which again is synonymous probably with the vaccine, that has no value. Unbelievable. Let's keep watching. So they all rush the bank. This could be like the bank run, everybody pulling their money out of the bank, which would expedite the crash. Now the Bank of Talpa, it said, let's rewind this a little bit. That would be bot. Bank of Talpa, bot.
Sheriff Farrow had seen mob panic before, and always he'd been able to stay out of its way. He didn't intend this time to be any different. He stood quietly and watched the mob grind along the street. He couldn't help but think that Trump had been right. Talpa wouldn't be standing in the morning.
Sheriff, are you still here? We're breaking into the bank.
What do you want me to do about it?
Well, I don't know, but you can try something.
Look, mister. Maybe you're a hero. I'm not.
All right, Farrow, take off the badge.
Are you telling me what to do?
No, not me, the state of Texas.
So the sheriff takes his badge. That could be like Civil War. I don't know.
Now, I'm going to give you 10 seconds to clear this room, and I'm going to start shooting.
We need the money in there.
You're not going to get it.
We got our families to think about.
Tomorrow morning, they won't even look at you. They'll be too ashamed.
Get the banker. He can open the safe.
Bruised in the forehead. That could be like, you know, the prophecy.
We save all the time this way. He can get it open before he gets here.
To stay out of it.
Yeah, I couldn't shoot at him, and they wouldn't buy the bluff. I just got careless.
Trump's sure having his way. Most of the people in town have got those umbrellas, and he's still got 20 minutes till midnight. And when the town doesn't burn down, who's going to get the credit?
They had no way of knowing it, but Trump didn't want the credit. He had what he did want: the town's money and a fresh horse. Hobie had been ready to give up. If Talpa didn't want his help, he wasn't going to stand against it. But with the judge's words pushing at him, the ranger decided to have one more try at stopping the entire affair. In order to do it, he had to find the con man before he left town.
Aren't you going to stay for the fireworks? Huh? Looks like you're going to go before everything's done.
I've done all I can for Talpa.
Figure it's time for me to be moving on. Well, I think you ought to wait.
It's where you and I disagree.
You're under arrest, Trump.
What charge?
Well, you write it any way you like. Grand theft, fraud, I think a jury will find it's stealing.
How do you expect to prove it?
You and I are going to be right here after midnight.
Ranger, there must be a couple few things that you don't have because maybe they're a little too expensive. I suppose I was to give you, say, a quarter of this.
Wow, there's the bribery, which of course is happening now. I guess Trump's son now has been called out. He made a bunch of money, like some kind of inside deal with government insured loans. And part of the Congress is trying to call this out. The corruption goes all the way to the top.
Be just about $1,250. Huh? I'll go up to half. $2,500. Man could live almighty good on $2,500 anywhere in the country. $2,500 just for getting here, say, 15 minutes too late. Help yourself.
I'll take it all, Trump.
Too bad. You and me pulling opposite sides of that rope. We could have worked good together.
You're going to go back and tell him, Trump.
Whoa, you and me pulling opposite sides of that rope. That's the right-left paradigm. Both sides working together to deceive all of us.
What? You're going to go back and tell him it's a fake. That those parasols wouldn't keep him dry in a heavy dew.
Oh, not me.
You did a good job working him up into this mood, and now let's see you talk your way out of it.
Give me a break, Ranger.
Like the one you gave the town. Move.
Stand right there, Ranger. Barrow. I knew you'd get me out of this.
Sure, that's why you were leaving without
Wait.
telling me.
Well, you don't believe that?
Was his name Baron? Did he say Baron? What the?
Barrow. I knew you'd get me out of this.
Sure, that's why you were leaving without telling me.
Well, you don't believe that? I was on my way when the Ranger stopped me.
Oh, you were, huh?
You don't think I'd lie, do you?
You don't want an answer to that. No, I don't need you now. Every minute you're alive, my neck's in trouble. And those are saddlebags.
I'll take it.
Look, Ranger. Now it's just you and me. We'll tell them we couldn't find the money.
I know where it is. I know you and Trump were in it together.
Look, you can't prove a thing. Oh, where are you taking me?
Back to Trump's wagon. You're gonna tell the truth.
They'll kill me, sure.
Won't make much difference, will it?
What?
Well, the world's gonna come to an end in 5 minutes.
Hobie took the sheriff back to the mob. He confessed his part in the fraud. There was no way he could deny it. Hobie explained how Trump had set fire to the wagon, a piece of phosphorus that ignited in the temperature of the air.
Whoa, phosphorus is Lucifer, the light bearer, right? There they all there. There's all the, like the MAGA crowd with their umbrellas, believe everything that Trump says.
They wanted to believe Gilman, but they still weren't over the hump. He had to find one crack in their fear, one place to start breaking through. Until the crowd knew that everything Trump had said was a lie, there was no hope for Talpa. The confidence man would always get the credit for saving the town. As long as the parasols were up, Trump was still believed.
Now, there's something to the parasol as well. Parasols are typically used to shield you from the sun. Apollo, Apollyon. Now, these connections, none of them are hard and fast. These are just inspirations of, the Holy Spirit. And, what I'm trying to say is, I don't know everything. I'm just trying to feel my way in the dark, just like you guys are. But there are clear patterns emerging here with these themes, aren't there? This isn't the only episode. Let's keep watching. Now, you could look at the sheriff who did the deal with Trump. You could look at like that being like ICE, Trump's personal police force that's going to enforce all this and trick everybody.
It's after 12.
Because remember, his name was Barron. That's Trump's son.
You did it, Hobie. I didn't think you would. Still standing. Watching you talk, looking at them. There was just one thing that bothered me. If you'd have been wrong, I didn't have a parasol.
Whoa, that was a trip. Okay, let's go into the chat and see what you guys are up to. We can discuss this a little bit before we pop off of here. That was crazy. Wow. Let this chat catch up. Okay, good morning. The Trump character in this movie looks just like his father, Fred Trump. Wow. Bullseye on the wagon. This is the bullseye in a pet goat. Barron is already doing insider deals. I didn't know he was, but I did know that his other son, I think it was Trump Jr., got busted doing insider deals. So there you go. Yes, people get stuck in the duality, supporting the lesser of two evils. Yeah, that was loaded, wasn't it? It was very accurate. Now, then next year, 2027 on October 2nd will be the Hebrew year 5788. This number 88 is huge. A parasol is shield you from the sun, not the rain. That's what a parasol is technically. It's an umbrella. Have you put away idolatry like Christmas and Easter? Yes, I agree. Parasols represent the mask. They're not going to stop anything. Thanks, Max. Great point. Yeah, crazy, right? Yes. Trump's children are connected to TPUSA as well. Yes. Oh no, Plays in Dirt is having some health problems. If you guys could pray for her. Baron's already worth $100 million. Easter, Ishtar. They make parasol needles. Now, let me double down on the connection between needles, hypodermic needles, or needles that were used for the vaccine, and umbrellas. Because for those of you that don't follow the channel, you're like, how the heck did you make that connection? Well, let me show you. Okay. This is a ferrule. It's a ring cap or tube, usually metal or plastic, used to reinforce components and fasten components. Well, there's a ferrule part in an umbrella. Let's show that to you. This is it right here. Where'd it go? The ferrule is the tip of the umbrella, as you can see here. But the ferrule, there's also a ferrule part of a needle. This is where we get the connection between the two. Now, we had established this years and years ago, but I want to show you for the new people on the channel, so you don't know we don't just make things up. This is the ferrule of the needle. And the two have similar action. You've got this plunger, right? The plunger, and an umbrella obviously has a plunger. This is why you need the ferrule. Okay, so the hypodermic needle and the umbrella are synonymous. Now, someone had noticed too, umbrellas have been used actually as weapons. They've been used as needles. There was some guy, I can't remember exactly how it went down, but some historical person that assassinated people by putting poison in the tip of an umbrella and jabbing them, and then just walking by quickly, and then the person would die. There are also some, theories that the whole JFK thing, that it was George Bush that was there with an umbrella, and he actually had the gun disguised as an umbrella as the motorcade drove by the grassy knoll. So there's something to this whole thing. So I thought this was interesting. All right. Trump's accomplice was named Ferris in the show. Wow. Good one, Raw Jones. I missed that. Whoa. Now, the word fair, F-E-R-R, comes from iron. Let's see. Ferrous. It comes from the word iron or needle. It also has the word pharaoh in it. So there's some aspects of that connect together as well. All right, you guys, I'm going to pop off of here. Thanks for tuning in. Please share this video. Again, other people have decoded this episode, but I don't think anyone's decoded it in this way. So this is something people need to know. I love each and every one of you. Have a great rest of your day. Much love.